Hey everybody, Dylan Distraction here, coming to you live from Batlantic Studios. I'm going to do a back to the drawing board. I wanted to show you what's on my drawing table and tell you about a couple of things that I'm reading and that I'm excited to share with you. Maybe we'll do an unwrapping. Maybe I have these books here still in their plastic wrapper. Oh, nothing better than peeling off a little plastic on your new comic books. I like hardcovers. I got these at Coast City Comics in Portland, Maine. If you're in Portland, Maine, you should go to Coast City Comics. They're the best. Yeah, I love the hardcover. It feels more important to me. I'm hoping eventually to do my own hardcover. That's kind of the plan. So just starting off now with floppies, and then I'll move on to hardcovers once I get good enough. Okay, so those all get 5 stars, but I'm also going to unwrap them in front of you, so you get to have the joy of unwrapping them with me. Let me flip the camera so you can see what's on my drawing table. I'll try not to shake too much. All right, I wanted to show you what I've been working on. So, Archive the Warhood Odyssey, available at batlanticstudios.com. You can see here, this is a page I inked up. Ink it up! You'll notice I've been going over the blue lines with red lines. Now this is a little trick I learned. So I was doing blue lines, which is great for roughing in areas. But then I was like, geez, if I'm going over blue lines with graphite, I still have to erase. But it's like, well, if I go over blue lines with red lines, then I don't need to erase. And the benefit of not having to erase is, right, if I don't have to pick up all that graphite with kneaded erasers or with gummy erasers, if I don't have to pick up any of that, then I won't disturb any of the inking. All right, so I'm inking with technical pens, Faber-Castell, Pitt pens, and brush pens, right? These are like a brush that you ink with. And I've also been putting in a lot of big areas with Faber-Castell markers. And the problem I was having with graphite was I would go to erase and then it would pull up the ink. It would it would make it less crisp, I felt. So now doing this new technique of blue lines and then red lines, once I scan this in, I don't have to worry about erasing any of those underdrawing marks. I just remove them in Photoshop. So that one I did with this technique. This page I did with that technique. Yeah, and of course, as with all my inking, my motto is more lines, and that's purposeful. The reason I'm doing it that way is because what I was finding is that I was being too precious with it. So I would draw a page and I'd be like, oh geez, I don't want to ruin it. I better stop, right? And I think a lot of artists hit that wall, and I purposefully said, no, I'm going to push through that and go to the point where it's too much. And the reason is I can pull back a lot easier than I can push myself forward. So you'll notice, especially here in some of these textures, I'll try not to bump the camera, but I'm really going for it. There is a 70-30 ratio of light to dark in every panel, and that's what I'm always looking at and trying to push that. Because if you look at Frank Miller's Sin City, if you look at any of the Sean Murphy's, it's black and white punk rock. Jesus, it's a real heavy black or a real sparse black. It's one or the other, and this worried about ruining it wasn't working. So those pages they're going to be my next issue of Archive of the Warhood Odyssey, issue number 2, which will be the first arc. It'll be the 0 issue, the first issue, and the second issue. That's going to be kickstarting this month, but I wanted to make sure I had plenty done before I did the Kickstarter because I want to have it finished. I don't want to have people have to wait on me to get their rewards or to get their comic books. I want it to be as quick a process as possible. I'm a firm believer in thinking that if you're doing a Kickstarter, it's to provide the product, not to provide the product in a year or two. So it's worked so far in my last two Kickstarters. Everybody got their rewards quickly. Everybody was thrilled. I'm thinking with this Kickstarter, and let me know what you think in the comments, or like and share this video if you have time. But I'm thinking of doing less reward levels. And Tyler James at Comics Launch had said, I was having too many tiers. Right? There's too many options, and people would get confused or feel like, oh geez, I like a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B. Can you make a column Z? And it's like, I guess so. So with this next campaign, I'm going to do fewer levels, fewer Kickstarter levels, but have them be so maybe like 4 levels, I think, like a digital only, a physical and digital, and then like a bundle package, like a shirt and sketch cover variant version, and then like a mega package, which is everything. So let me know if that sounds interesting, if that sounds like something people would want. I want to provide for the readers. I mean, that's I'm going to make these things regardless of whether people want them, because I can't help myself. But I'm looking to find out what works best for people. I know that some people really love the T-shirts. Some people really love stickers and add-ons and bonus content like that. And then some people are like, oh no, just the digital. I just want the comic in a digital format. The physical copy is not as important to me. So I personally love physical copies of comics. I love digital too, but the physical copy is the reason why I buy the comic. Oh yeah, I was going to do an unwrapping. Okay, well, this is a live drawing. I'm just going through quick and showing you what the red pencil over the blue lines looks like. It's pretty slick, eh? Not bad technique. Getting pretty good at this whole drawn comic books thing. I don't want to brag or nothing, but I think I'm getting pretty good. I would employ me as a comic book creator. Oh, look at this! Dark Knight Returns, The Last Crusade Deluxe Edition. Tristan at Coast City Comics knows I'm a sucker for deluxe editions. Oh, this cover is so hard. I can't get the plastic off. Oh yeah, smell that ink smell. And cellophane. Alright, so Brian Azzarello, John Romita Jr., Frank Miller. This is a great hardcover. Sorry about bumping the camera. I like John Romita Jr.'s work a lot, and now I think he went direct from pencil here. I don't believe this was inked. This was just digitally inked, in my opinion. Of course, if you know differently, please correct me if I'm wrong. I know that is a popular technique these days because scanners are so good that they don't need to necessarily ink. And you can kind of tell here, you do see that texture. I mean, those are John Romita Jr.'s pencils are pretty tight, but usually he has Klaus Jensen inking over him. But I love all this stuff. I love the real grainy color effect that they put on this. Really drab, just like Dark Knight Returns. I think John Romita Jr. is an exceptional storyteller. Obviously, if you're a fan of his work like I am, you don't need me to tell you that he's exceptional, because you already know. Real loose. I love this book. Real loose. Great water effects. Great muted tones. Sorry about bumping the camera. Batman. I mean, you can't go wrong with Batman. Ooh, let's try this panel. See if I can get in the frame here. Cool. Alright, so that's that one. Available at Coast City Comics. Still Tristan, I sent you. Alright. Ooh, this one. Batman Noel. Leon Bermejo. No, this is not a bit. It's actually this hard for me to unwrap plastic. I'm not doing a bit. I'm trying not to bump the camera too. There's many facets to this. This Facebook Live, I make it look easy. Ooh, this is kind of a, it's not a gloss, it's more of a matte finish. It feels waxy. That's a nice little touch. Oh yeah, cool. That's a great page right there. Yep. All right. I'm not gonna spoil that one for you. I'm gonna enjoy reading that tonight. Cool. All right. That's on my to-read list. Coast City Comics. Culture Essential. Ooh, now this right here, save the best for last. DC Rebirth. This is the deluxe edition, hardcover. I have it in standard edition. I got it when it came out. I think that DC Rebirth was just knocked it out of the park. I mean, come on, if you got Jeff Johns, you're pretty much going to hit a home run. And this does. So this was the big crossover event that occurred over the summer for DC, and this kind of wasn't reinstate, but it brought back my Superman. Now, I don't mean my Superman as in he's my Superman, but I mean the Superman that I grew up reading, and also the Flash I grew up reading, which is Wally West, and the pre-New 52 Superman was brought back. And, well, with the Lois and Clark that Lee Weeks did, he was in that too. But this was really the catalyst, the kicking off. And if you've read this book, which you should have, you'll get why there's a watch at the beginning. It becomes apparent towards the end. I won't spoil it for you, but it's a good one. Yeah, this really gave me the chills when I read it. I mean, just wonderful storytelling, just such a powerful, really, this was what they've done with this is they've set the table for where they're going to be going. And yeah, all the Rebirth books were connected to this. This was the kicking off point. I've enjoyed a lot of the Rebirth books. Detective Comics, Action Comics, Flash was great. Green Arrow was great. Deathstroke was okay. I just really enjoyed the pre-Rebirth Deathstroke. Nothing wrong with the current Rebirth Deathstroke, but Tyler Kirkham's Tony Daniel, Paolo Pantalina's Deathstroke, I thought that was firing on all cylinders. I was really surprised they didn't continue with that team. So, but yeah, Rebirth, phenomenal. There you go. And there I go. So that's all those get 5 stars. Now, if you're unfamiliar with my Back to the Drawing Board Facebook Live videos, I review comics and I give them all 5 stars. Why do I do that? That's a good question. 5 stars is the most stars you can get. I'm not going to show anything that's less than 5 stars because I'm not going to waste your time. Only the best for people that watch me talk. So I'll do a little bit more live drawing and then I'll let you get back to your lives. So yeah, here we're going red pencil over blue lines. Yes, please go to batlanticstudios.com if you want to download a free comic book. It's available there. Issue number 1, digital edition. And please leave a comment. Say hi. I'd love to hear from you. And if you want a sticker or if you want something cool, if you want me to draw something for you, you let me know. Be glad to. Currently, Tyler James and the Comics Launch podcast, which phenomenal podcast. I don't know if you've listened to it lately, but such a good podcast. Tyler and the list launch, comics launch, they're doing the 6-day Kickstarter challenge. Today was day number 1, and Tyler had me help approve people, which was kind of neat, for the 6-day challenge. And yeah, I was listening to the challenge today. It's awesome. You should check it out. Comics Launch Facebook page. And what else I want to tell you about? Oh, I got an Edge desk. Go to my Facebook page if you want to see me using my Edge desk. It's really fun. It's great for small area. It's great for posture. I think it's really comfortable. Yeah, it's just different enough from sitting and leaning over a desk that it's a nice break. That's really what I've been using it for. It's like, I want to keep working, but I'm just sick of sitting at a desk all day. It's like, well, you sit at an Edge desk, and it's it's different enough of an experience that your body's like, oh, this is new. I can use it in a smaller space. Got it downstairs. It's slick. Everybody should have one, especially if you got back problems. I got a bad knee too, and I thought it was great. Doesn't bother my knee at all. You definitely got to move around and, you know, take breaks and stuff, but that's with anything. Alright, so that's what that looks like. I'm not sure how anatomically correct this is, but you know what? Finished, not perfect. That's my motto. Should be your motto too. You can do it. Alright, let's flip the camera and say goodbye. Oh, Dylan Distraction, Batlantic Studios. Go to batlanticstudios.com. Oh, look at this sweet sweatshirt I'm wearing. It's my logo. I silk screened it. If you want one, you're going to have to wait for the Kickstarter campaign. And that's how you'll be able to get one. So thank you so much for watching. Back to the drawing board, batlanticstudios.com. Yeah, please like, share, thumb up, smiley face, heart, laughing face, emoji. All right, see you later, boy.